All right, let's talk about something that's quietly running or ruining your workday, your lighting. And I'm not talking about interior design here. We're going to break down how the right light is basically a secret weapon for your focus, your energy, and yeah, how you show up on camera. Let's dive in. So, does this sound familiar? You wrap up your day, your eyes are just burning. Or you hop on a video call and you look totally washed out, like a ghost. We've all been there, right? We kind of just accept it as part of the deal. But here's the thing, it's not normal, and the real problem might be hanging literally right over your head. Yep, you guessed it. That standard, boring ceiling light that probably came with your house, that's almost always the villain in this story. And look, this isn't just some small design pet peeve. As we're about to see, the wrong lighting is a serious productivity and wellness issue. It's actively working against you every single day. Because let's face it, remote work isn't some temporary thing anymore. Our home offices are our command centers now, and they need professional-level tools. Thinking about proper lighting isn't a luxury. It's a critical investment in how well you perform day in and day out. So, what's the fix? Well, it all comes down to understanding one little number on the light bulb box. That, honestly, most people just ignore, but it makes all the difference. And no, we're not talking about watts or lumens. We are talking about something called Kelvin. Okay, let's demystify this right now. Kelvin, or just K, measures the color temperature of the light, not how hot it gets. So think of it this way. A lower Kelvin number gives you that warm, cozy amber-toned light, like a living room lamp. A higher number gives you a cooler, bluer light, much closer to natural daylight. And I'm telling you, this one number is the most important spec for your home office. And this spectrum basically maps directly to how you feel during your workday. That warm white? Great for winding down, sure. But it's going to make you look kind of yellow on your video calls. Cool daylight on the other end? That's like a shot of espresso for your brain. Perfect for super detailed tasks. But for all-day comfort and to make sure colors look right, the sweet spot, it's right there in the middle. Neutral white. And that brings us to the magic number 4,000 Kelvin. This is the professional standard for a reason. It's close enough to natural daylight to keep you alert, but it's still warm enough to be comfortable on your eyes. And crucially, it renders skin tones accurately on camera. This is your baseline for looking polished and professional. Okay, so now we get the science. Let's get practical. The source material over at thepaintly.com highlights 3 really fantastic LED panels, and each one is basically tailored for a different kind of professional. Let's figure out which one is the right fit for your work style. So here's the quick look side by side. You've got the Govee, which is all about creative control and smart home features. Then there's the N Senior Pack, built for big, efficient setups. And finally, the Commercial Electric, for that super clean, minimalist vibe. Each one has a very different job to do, so let's break them down. First up, let's talk about the solution for the creative and the smart home enthusiast. This is for you if your office isn't just where you work, it's a space that has to inspire you. Think content creators, designers, or really anyone who wants absolute, fine-tuned control over the mood and feel of their environment. And this is it, the Govee RGBW Smart Panel. Out of the 3, this one is hands down the most feature-rich and visually dynamic. It's designed to be way more than just the light. It's a design piece that can literally paint your room with a whole spectrum of colors and moods. So the secret sauce here is something called RGBW. What that means is it's blending red, green, and blue LEDs with 2 dedicated white LEDs, one warm, one cool. This is genius because it lets you dial in that perfect, flattering golden glow for video calls, but you can still blast your desk with crisp, cool light when you need to focus. Plus, it's got a really mature app and works with voice assistant, so you can just say, hey, switch to focus mode, or have it automatically shift to a chill, ambient scene at the end of the day. Okay, let's shift gears to our second profile, the efficiency seeker. Maybe you don't need a million colors or smart home stuff. Your top priority is just pure professional function. You've got a bigger space, maybe a finished basement or a large dedicated office, and what you need is even, shadow-free light without any complications. For that job, the N Senior 12 pack of ultra-thin panels is the perfect tool. Now, the whole strategy here is totally different. Instead of one big light in the center, you create a grid of smaller lights spread out. And this is a total pro move. It's one of the best ways to completely wipe out harsh shadows and seriously cut down on eye strain during those really long work days. These are sometimes called canless or wafer lights, and that's because they're incredibly thin and they install right into your ceiling. No big clunky housing needed. They are the definition of a practical set-it-and-forget-it solution.
When you're installing them, you just flip a little switch on the unit to pick your color temperature, 3000, 4000, or 5000 Kelvin, and you're good to go. This is the workhorse of home office lighting for sure.
All right, and our final profile, the minimalist professional. This is for the person who values a super clean, architectural look, proven reliability, and zero visual clutter. You want your home office to have that credible, high-end feel of a commercial space. For the minimalist, the choice is clear. The commercial electric LED flat panel. And don't get it twisted. These are the exact same kind of lights that architects spec for fancy offices, just packaged for home installation. The effect is amazing. They basically vanish into the ceiling, giving you this seamless, ultra-professional look. The key feature that makes these so great for video calls is the flat diffuser. It completely gets rid of that cheap, pixelated LED dot look you sometimes see. Instead, you just get this smooth, even sheet of light that looks incredible on camera. Just like the Insignia, you can pick your wattage and color temp before you pop it in, so it's really versatile. If you want that clean, this is a serious office look, this is the one. So, you've picked your perfect panel. Now for the pro-level strategy that brings it all together. Because with a light you can tune, you can actually use it to manage your energy and focus all day long. Here's the strategy in a nutshell. Start your day with a cooler temperature, something around 5000 K. This is going to maximize your alertness for those morning focus sessions. Then, as the afternoon hits, maybe around 3 p.m., you dial it down to a warmer, more comfortable 3500 K. This actually helps sync up with your body's natural rhythm and can make a huge difference in reducing that late-day eye fatigue. It's a game changer. All right, we've covered the problem, the science behind the solution, and the top-tier options for your home office. So, where do you go from here? Let's just do a super quick recap to help you lock in your choice. You're going to go with GoV for maximum creative freedom and smart home goodness. You'll pick the Insignia pack for efficient, budget-friendly coverage in a big room. And you'll choose commercial electric if you're after that timeless, architectural pro finish. Honestly, any of these is a massive upgrade over that standard light bulb. To really dig in with a full comparison chart and find direct links to the products, you've got to check out Sophie's complete guide over at thepaintfully.com. And that really brings us to the final thought here. When you upgrade your light, you're upgrading everything. Your focus, your mood, how you present yourself professionally. So I'll leave you with this question. Now that you know the impact it can have, if you could upgrade just one thing in your office for better focus, what would it be? Thanks for tuning in.